joining us today. And we've got some new faces, which is very exciting. Welcome to the board meeting of the Mayor's Fund Board of Directors. First, we'll review the minutes from the last meeting. Please refer to page 2 in your board materials to review the minutes from the meeting of the Board of Directors on February 24th. Are there any comments or edits to the minutes? No?
No.
If not, may I hear a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 24th?
Motion to approve?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. May I have a second?
Second.
And
Thank you, Commissioner Jenkins. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. Thank you. The minutes from the last meeting are approved and adopted. Today, we have 3 resolutions for your review and vote. Please refer to Resolution 1 on page 3 in your materials. The first resolution reads as follows. Whereas the fund currently has 3 directors serving on its board of directors, and whereas pursuant to Section 2 of Article 3 in the fund bylaws, the fund may have between 3 and 7 directors. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Bill Heinzen, Special Counsel to the Mayor, is hereby appointed to the Mayor's Fund Board of Directors. Resolve further that this instrument be filled with the minutes of the proceedings of the Board of Directors. Are there any questions?
no.
No.
Can I have a motion to move this resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Jenkins. May I have a second?
Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution carries. Welcome to the board, Bill. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Thanks, Danielle. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to, I'm grateful and excited to be a part of the board. I worked with the Mayor's Fund back 10 years ago in the Bloomberg administration. And so I'm really excited to rejoin and reconnect and get to know. I know the fund has really evolved in many ways, so I'm excited about that and to work with all of you. And I hope that I can be a positive addition to the board. So thank you.
We're excited to have you and have a 4th member of our board. So thank you, Bill.
Very excited to have you.
Thank you.
Our second resolution will appoint a treasurer to the board. The resolution reads, whereas the Mayor's Fund is a not-for-profit corporation charged with encouraging, promoting, and advancing activities and programs to assist the City of New York, hereinafter of the city, in the implementation of civic improvements and social welfare programs, and otherwise cooperating with the city in promoting the general welfare of the city's residents, and whereas per Article 5, Section 2 of the fund's bylaws, a chairperson shall be elected annually by the Board of Directors upon nomination by the mayor. Each other officer shall be elected annually by each newly appointed Board of Directors forthwith at a meeting following the appointment of such Board of Directors, and shall hold his or her respective office until the election and qualification of his or her successor, or his or her prior resignation or removal. Any vacancy occurring in any office may be filled at any ensuing meeting of the Board of Directors. Now, therefore, be it resolved that, effective as of the date hereof, the following individuals be and they hereby are elected to the office of Treasurer. Mir Bashar. Resolved further that the directors of the Mayor's Fund are, and each acting alone is, hereby authorized to do and perform any and all such acts, including execution of any and all documents and certificates as said officers shall deem necessary or advisable to carry out the purposes of the foregoing resolution. Resolved further that this instrument be filed with the minutes of proceedings of the Board of Directors of the Mayor's Fund. Are there any questions?
No.
No.
Can I have a motion to move this resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Bill. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The resolution carries. Welcome to the board, Mayor. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you, Danielle. Well, this is amazing opportunity for me, and I'm thrilled and honored to serve for the board under the DM Wright and the Commissioner Gary and Don, and now added Bill Hines, and looking forward to working with you together. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now, our third resolution will approve the mayor's fund to contract with a new auditor. The mayor's fund is required to put out a request for proposal for audit and tax services every 3 years. RFP can be met and selected EFPR Group CPAs PLLC. The board is required to approve going forward with contract negotiations. The resolution reads, whereas the mayor's fund is a not-for-profit corporation charged with encouraging, promoting, and advancing activities and programs to assist the city of New York, hereinafter the city, in the implementation of civic improvements and social welfare programs, and otherwise cooperating with the city in promoting the general welfare of city's residents. And whereas a contractor is provider of audit, tax, and consulting services, and whereas contractor will provide auditing services to the mayor's fund, and whereas the mayor's fund wishes to enter into an agreement with the contractor to provide such services. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the mayor's fund executive director and staff is authorized to negotiate and execute a contract with EFPR Group CPAs PLLC for the audit of basic financial statements. Projected cost is approximately $34,000 for 1 year. Are there any questions about the contract?
No.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to move this resolution?
So moved.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. The resolution carries. Now that we've concluded our business with regard to the 3 resolutions, I'd like to provide the executive director's report to the board to give you an update on our programmatic work. We've done a lot over the past few months since we've spoke last. In February, I told you about some of the programs the Mayor's Fund launched to help with the city's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. As you know, New York continues on a path to recovery, and the Mayor's Fund is proud to be a partner in supporting New Yorkers along the way. Guidance from our healthcare professionals tells us vaccines are an essential part of New York City's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. In partnership with NYC Health and Hospitals and the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, the Mayor's Fund is administering and overseeing community outreach on vaccines as part of the NYC Care program. We are engaging with existing NYC Care providers to reach thousands of immigrant New Yorkers, particularly those who are undocumented and or are hesitant about receiving any of the approved COVID-19 vaccines. We will be educating them on vaccine safety, efficacy, and accessibility. 14 community-based organizations were identified for the vaccine outreach work based on their geographical reach, language access, and ability to connect with the hard-to-reach communities. Also during the pandemic, the Mayor's Fund and the Mayor's Office of Youth Employment supported the City University of New York to launch a Welcome Back campaign to re-engage students in the Accelerated Studies and Associate programs, called ASAP. Running through the spring 2022 semester, the Welcome Back campaign focused on re-engaging students majoring in STEM fields, whose enrollments lapsed in 2020, as well as prospective students who were admitted into CUNY community college programs but never enrolled. The funding also supported undertaking a comprehensive direct mail campaign to deepen enrollments and efforts. And to help New Yorkers facing food insecurity, the Mayor's Fund provided microgrants through Building Healthy Communities. These community-led food projects in neighborhoods that have faced especially severe impacts of COVID-19 include distributing food to households in need, increasing healthy food access and food justice through education and advocacy, supporting access to locally grown produce through local community gardens, and hosting cooking workshops. Ensuring the safety for people who have faced gender-based and domestic violence is essential. The Mayor's Fund and the Mayor's Office to End Domestic and Gender-Based Violence, also known as NGBV, are teaming up with T-Mobile to distribute cell phones for free to clients attending the Family Justice Centers over the next 3 years. This program picks up on the heels of another smaller in-scale T-Mobile partnership, where free phones and subsidized cell plans were provided to NGBV clients last year. Details of this new agreement are still being worked out by our partners, but the goal is to have the program launched by the start of the new fiscal year. At our last meeting, I spoke about the completion of 50 mini soccer pitches with the New York City Soccer Initiative. And I'm excited to announce today that the New York City Soccer Initiative inaugural youth soccer tournament, it's a lot of words, will take place in June. It brings together young people from all 5 boroughs to compete in a 5x5 tournament to celebrate soccer in the community. The event will be run over 2 consecutive weekends and includes free coaching and skills clinics. It's funded by the Mayor's Fund, the New York City Football Club, Adidas, U.S. Soccer Foundation, and Etihad Airways. We're really excited about that. And lastly, I'd like to report out on the work that Mayor's Fund did to support the families affected by the tragic fire in the Bronx on January 9th through the Bronx Fire Relief Fund. The Mayor's Fund raised $4.4 million between monetary and in-kind donations. Every dollar raised went back out to support those affected by the fire. We are incredibly grateful to the thousands of grassroots donors from all 5 boroughs and from across the country, and for the generous support from our partners in the business, entertainment, and philanthropic communities. Within the first week after the fire, the Mayor's Fund partnered with Bank of America and the Met Council to distribute cash cards with a value of $2,250 to every household impacted by the fire. We partnered with native Bronxite and global superstar Cardi B to cover funeral expenses for all those that lost their life in the fire. For the families who remained in hotels while displaced because of the fire, the Mayor's Fund partnered with New York State Latino Restaurant Bar and Lounge Association to provide culturally competent meals delivered to those staying at hotels. The Mayor's Fund also provided funds to help families come to the U.S. to take care of loved ones. And lastly, the Mayor's Fund partnered with trusted Bronx-based community nonprofit BronxWorks to distribute $3 million in cash assistance. In addition, BronxWorks received $500,000 to provide services and long-term case management over a 12-month period to those affected. This work will supplement and build on the case management services and support that BronxWorks provided in the immediate aftermath of the fire. Our partnership with BronxWorks ensures that the individuals and families affected by the Twin Parks fire in the Bronx get the funds so generously donated by New Yorkers and people around the country, while also receiving vital long-term support as they rebuild their lives. I would like to thank each of our board members for your dedication to the Mayor's Fund. When I looked at my calendar this morning, I noticed that today is actually my 5-year anniversary at the Mayor's Fund. It's truly an honor to serve the people of New York and develop programs and initiatives to help the most vulnerable. I'd like to open the floor to any questions from our board.
Well, I'd love to just start, Danielle, with a thank you for your leadership and service over 5 years. And thank you for the great work of the fund. And since I've been here in January, just really witnessing firsthand how the fund sprang into action, raised funds for the Bronx fire victims and families, and really just had a tremendous impact in all the work that you're reporting on today. So thank you so much, and thank everyone at the fund for their really, really hard work and
Thank you.
great outcomes.
It's a team effort. Everyone on our team is essential. So it's our pleasure and we are happy to serve. Thank you. Anyone have any questions about any of the programs?
A lot of great work going on, Danielle.
Thank
On
you.
behalf of New Yorkers, thank you.
And we love partnering with all of your agencies. It's wonderful. Well, if there's no other questions, I'd like to open the meeting to new business to our directors to discuss any news, business items for discussion.
Don't have any new business at this time.
Great. Well,
Madam
our
Chair.
next and last board meeting of the fiscal year is scheduled for June 9th. I'd like to now close our meeting. I will ask a motion to close the meeting of the Board of Directors. May I have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Jenkins. May I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The meeting is now adjourned. Jill, you can stop our recording.